30 years old, I completely had all my teeth removed and I had to get dentures. I hated them. When I stopped wearing those dentures, I didn't smile for 2.5 years, 3 years. Waste of time and waste of effort and waste of money.
Mark thought dentures were the affordable fix, but after 12 years, he's here to reveal the truth behind what his dentures really cost him.
And how I got my smile back in 24 hours.
Well, Mark, when people hear cost, they think literal money. But before we get into that, and we will, one of the biggest things that your dentures cost you was your confidence. How did dentures affect your smile and your confidence around other people?
It sucked. I didn't like it. I wore them because people wanted me to look nice and try to impress them. But myself, I didn't care at the time. But actually, I really did care because I didn't. When I stopped wearing those dentures, I didn't smile for 2.5 years, 3 years. They were literally hurting the top and the bottom roofs of my mouth, and I could never get comfortable with them.
I bet that was hard.
Yeah, it was. People always ask, "You look like you're so mad. You look like you're irritable. You're mad. You're angry." I'm like, "No, I'm not mad. I'm not irritable." I said, "I can't smile." It was a waste of money to even get them done. Honestly, it was a waste of time and money, but that's how the ball rolled. Back in 2012 or 2013 when it happened, I had to deal with either that or nothing, and so I just went with the dentures for the time being until I was eventually able to get my life together, which took years to do.
Well, how long have you had your dental implants now?
The 17th of April will be 2 months.
Wow. So just 2 months ago, you ditched your dentures for permanent dental implants. What was going through your head the very first time you turned that mirror around and saw your new smile?
I was shocked. I was really shocked because that's all I wanted to do was be able to smile again. And like family and everything else, they all wanted me to have my teeth back. And so that's what I did. And I feel better as a person, honestly, having my teeth back.
How has having your new smile, which is now permanent, how has that affected your confidence?
It's better. It's a lot better. My ego's up. My wife likes them. Um, so everything's going the way as planned, as it need to. Like nothing can stop me, pretty much. Like I just like them.
I like that sentiment. Nothing can stop me now, right? It's like you're whole again. Do you happen to have your dentures still by any chance?
Hmm.
You do? Do you want to bust them out? Let's talk about them for a second. You got those dentures over 12 years ago, about 12 years ago. How do you feel about those dentures today?
Uh, Waste of time and waste of effort and waste of money. It's a reminder. It's a reminder of a place I never want to be again. How I lost my teeth. That's my reminder, and I got a lot of other reminders to keep me solid and keep me on the right path.
Nice. Can you give me a big smile? Come on close. Let me see them. Man, for those of you listening on the audio version of this podcast, Mark's smile looks awesome. How do you feel with your new teeth now when you look in the mirror?
Good. Everybody's like, "You're always on the camera, you're always taking pictures." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I haven't been able to smile in 3 years. Why wouldn't I?" Like, and I'm a big social media person anyhow. I'm always blogging or I'm always telling someone about my life and my experience or taking pictures of food and just bragging about this. I'm always on camera doing something stupid or funny or just talking in life in general.
Well, Mark, losing your confidence sounds like it was a huge cost for you having your dentures, but it didn't stop there. The next cost was your quality of life. And for you, I know a big part of that was eating. You're a big foodie, aren't you, Mark? Can you describe what it was actually like to try to eat while wearing your dentures?
When I would eat, I could not eat, I could not bite into a sandwich properly. I could not bite into a hamburger or cheeseburger because as soon as try, it's like I couldn't tear the bread, and then once I would start eating, all the food, anything and everything would get stuck up either underneath the plate or inside. And by that time, I would literally pull them out and just eat normal. And that's how I had to do it. And then over the years, my gums were so used to not having teeth or dentures, and that they were so tough. Like, people are like, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. And I would literally prove them wrong. I would take an apple, and the proof of everything, I would take an apple and bite right into it with no teeth, just gums. And they were shocked. And the same thing when I would eat corn on the cob. They're like, "How can you eat that?" I'm like, "I can eat it, but it's hurting me in the long run because it's irritating and cutting my gums up and everything." So that's the depth of what I had to go through, was the irritating. My mouth was constantly irritated, getting inflamed because the food was getting in there. It was hurting my gums. It felt like a bunch of knives were in my mouth and cuts. That's what I went through. It felt like nothing but pins, needles, and cuts in my mouth for 12 years, off and on.
Wow. Well, I know you mentioned trying to eat. You could, sort of, but it was painful. Biting into things like apples, corn on the cob without your dentures. What other foods were off limits while you were wearing your dentures?
Breads, a lot of bread. I couldn't eat with them. Pizza, because the cheese and everything would get stuck up inside. Meats, certain meats would get all caked up or whatever inside. Candy, but when I didn't have them in, I was limited. Wasn't able to eat peanuts. Wasn't able to eat anything hard. Like when you're eating chicken and hot wings and you have celery. Was
Mm.
not able to really eat the celery, but I would try. I would dip the celery in the hard celery sticks and bite down until I could get it soft enough and eat. Um, so yeah, I put in my mouth through a lot of pain and suffering to eat the foods that I wanted to eat.
I feel like every event revolves around food, and it sounds like you were trying to go out and live a quote unquote normal life and try to eat the foods you wanted to eat. And even though sometimes you could, sort of, it was painful.
Hmm.
How do you think your dentures and not being able to eat some of those healthy foods like apples and celery and salads and protein, how do you think that contributed to your overall health?
Um, Probably not the greatest, because my health. I mean, my health is what it is. It's healing now, but overall, it probably, if I was able to eat normal food and healthier, I would have probably been all better off at it, I guess, healthier wise.
Well, I know it's still early in your dental implant journey, but what has it been like eating with dental implants so far in comparison with trying to eat with dentures?
I eat like normal. I have no problem, other than we have to be on a soft diet right now, so everything can heal properly in her mouth. So my crock pot's my best friend right now. I can eat anything I want, long as it's cooked in that crock pot. I can eat potatoes, I can eat carrots, I can eat celery. Like I said, long as it's nice and where I can cut through it and it's very tender, I can eat it that way. Actually, I can eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without bread getting stuck in my mouth. Now, peanut butter will get stuck on the roof because that's peanut butter.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm actually starting to enjoy like that. I'm really ready. Like, I can't wait for my 4 months because I'm dying to sit down and have a steak. Or actually, I really want to get some pistachios because I haven't been able to eat peanuts in so long. Peanuts were one of my favorite things to eat.
What's funny is my next question to you was going to be when you hit your 4-month mark and you can eat anything you want, what are you most looking forward to? And you said steak, and I hear
Steak.
so many dental implant patients tell me they can't wait to eat steak or something so simple like chips and salsa again. Tell me some other foods you're excited to eat.
Tortilla chips and salsa dip, anything hard, anything really hard and crunchy, like that. That's something I always enjoy because I love to hear that the sound of the crunch, I guess, in my mouth when I was eating. It was
Yeah.
satisfying.
Well, the cool thing about getting your permanent teeth, right, and having dental implants versus something temporary like dentures is now you're gonna be able to incorporate a wider variety of foods into your diet.
The things that I used to like to eat, I would eat a lot of raw vegetables like carrots, celery, cucumbers, broccoli, cauliflower, all that, then just eat them raw with some dip.
Ooh, so you got about 2 months until your 4 month, and then you get to basically go back to all the foods that you've missed.
Mhm.
What is it gonna feel like to go out in a social setting and be able to order anything you want off the menu, be with friends or family? What's it gonna feel like to not have to worry about trying to hide your dentures in your pocket and eat without them or try to eat food with your dentures? What's that gonna feel like?
It's gonna feel good. Like, I ain't gotta worry about nothing. Like, it's gonna come natural. And the first couple months having these in, I had to relearn how to talk, had to still talking and learning how to talk with these in is still a challenge, but I mean, I've gotten a lot better, and I'm able to actually, I'm not biting my tongue, I'm not biting my lip as much now when I'm eating. So that's a plus side. So I'm getting better and better with these and also.
Well, it sounds like when it comes to the cost of confidence, getting your dental implants has helped your confidence get back to where you wanted it to be before you had the dentures. So it sounds like that has been a positive for you. And it sounds like regarding quality of life and being able to enjoy food again, you're on your way to enjoying all the foods that you love. Now let's talk about what dentures really cost when it comes to your wallet. Because a lot of people think dentures are the only solution that they can afford. Is that how you felt initially when you first knew that you needed to do something about your teeth? Did you think dentures were your only option?
At the time, yeah, the way I was living, I wasn't able to afford anything else.
Well, take me back. You had your dentures for about 12 years. Take me back 12 years when you first had to address your dental problems. What was happening in your life back then?
I had a drug addiction. That drug addiction started really young. I started like when I was 17. I didn't stop until uh, it's been close to almost 10 years now. I haven't touched a drug or anything. But
Congratulations. That's a big
thank you.
deal. Yeah.
Um, but when I was out there, my drugs ate my teeth.
This is a big thing to share with us and be open about. I'm so happy you were able to get help and go through treatment. 12 years ago, when your teeth were a mess because of your addiction, you went to a dentist and he helped you, right? I guess
Hmm.
get set up with dentures.
Hmm.
And then you told me that after wearing your dentures for many years, you started to experience pain. Walk me
Yes.
through what you started to experience after years of wearing your dentures.
I started putting them in and I noticed that they're getting really tight and they were starting to really hurt, like really they were putting tears in my eyes. And then that's when my dentist, when we went when we went back to talking about implants, is when he said we can either go ahead and make you a new set and set you up with an oral surgeon, or he'll have to go in and realign your whole entire jaw, or we can save you money in a big run and getting you implants instead. And that's I had no choice. It's either get these implants or be stuck with these teeth that I'm not going to wear, and I'm not putting the money out for something I'm not going to wear.
Describe to me what kind of dental implants they were going to offer you.
He didn't really offer it. He was offering me to find a new place to get it done because he already told me if I were to get any of the implants done down in my area, it would have been really, really expensive. And down here, they want to do like tooth after tooth after tooth after tooth. They want to do it one by one, not
Mhm.
just a couple screws and give you your whole smile. No, they want to literally have you go in, get a couple done at a time, and do it that way to make more money and profit off it. Like a friend of mine right now, I'm trying to talk to him. Actually, I gave him all the information to come to Nuvia, because he told me what he was getting ready to have to pay, and I'm like, no, man, no, you're not gonna have no way of what you're gonna pay. I'm gonna have to be able to help you save if you. I said save you a little bit of money than what you're paying now to try to get done. And they wanted to do the same thing, give him a couple, try to save whatever teeth he can have, and leave it like that.
What was the cost of a single implant, if you don't mind me asking?
Probably like 2,000, couple $1,000 per tooth,
Per tooth.
not including anesthesia if you needed it.
Oh, wow.
So
Well, that
it,
sounds like it could take years if you need to get a full mouth done,
you
right?
know, they're talking to get a full mouth, be like 80, 90.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of money. Okay, that's a lot of money, but we are talking about an investment in your health, right? And we know you're not happy with your dentures because of the pain, because of the confidence, the inability to eat. We know you got permanent teeth. Talk to me about where you ended up going and how you found out about where you went.
I went to Nuvia Dental. My wife told me about it because she actually got hers done there also. She was the first one to get them done. And
Wow.
then after her, that's when I went back to my dentist to see what we could do. And he literally told me, he referred me, said, go where your wife went. And so that's how it all started.
So, what changed? Why would you go and spend on something seemingly more expensive like dental implants?
I didn't want to have to go through the whole routine and the whole drama all over again. So that's why I went with implants. Yes, there's they comes with they're a little pricey, but not it's not something you can't afford.
Tell me about your wife's experience getting her dental implants first because she got hers and then you got yours. Tell me about her experience. How quickly did she get her permanent teeth?
In less than 24 hours, my wife was able to come home with her brand new smile, and that was it.
Wow.
She's at her 4 months is in June, so she's almost there. And then I'm in July, so
Nice.
we're a month apart from each other.
I bet that was kinda cool to go through that together as well, like, you
Mhm.
guys can prepare the same foods, you said the crock pot's your best friend, I love a good crock pot meal, I'm all about the crock pot. But let's walk back, for just a second. You turned down a second set of dentures because of what it had cost you leading up till now, over 10, 12 years, but also because you didn't wanna go through another procedure to get something that was temporary for someone who thinks that dentures are their only option, maybe because of the cost, or they feel like dental implants is out of reach. What would you say to them?
I would recommend anybody to go to Nuvia, and I'm actually been recommending quite a few people at work. We came in, we got the console, and they said that we were approved, and they do a financing program where there's no hidden fees, no hidden costs, and they let you know what you can pay monthly, and that's about it.
Well, this is incredible because I think for many people, dentures seem like maybe their only option, especially because it seems like it's a one and done. You pay money, you get the dentures, you go on your way. But for you, you're here sharing today that it wasn't a one and done for you. They didn't work out that great. They caused pain. You ended up going back and they told you you needed a different set of dentures and a procedure before you could get that second set. That's a huge cost. That's a cost way beyond money, right?
Best of all, yeah, I got teeth in less than 24 hours, and people are always asking, how is that even possible? I'm like, I don't know how it's possible. It's just Nubia has a way of making miracles happen, pretty much.
How does it feel to have a permanent solution now, too? Walk me through what that feels like.
It feels good. It, it feels good. Like when I first got them done, I had to get used to them, and I was constantly trying to push them out. Like with my dentures, like I pop them in and pop them out because it felt good. And that's what I was literally trying to do. I was trying to pop them out, and I had to think there for a second. I'm like, these aren't coming out. Like they're not gonna come out. And over the last month, I've gotten pretty used to them, and they feel natural. Everything feels natural.
Did your dentures ever feel natural to you?
No, no, not at all. Because I could feel the hardest. It hurt. They literally felt like I had plastic in my mouth. I mean, I was able to talk with them and stuff, but in the long run, I didn't like them. They're disgusting.
Well, Mark, it sounds like your dentures cost you in your confidence, your quality of life, being able to enjoy food, and they were a financial cost to you. You got one set that didn't end up being great. You were given another quote for another procedure and another set of dentures that needed to be made. What do you think about the cost of your dental implants?
It's a lifetime investment. It's I'm gonna be with these for the rest of my life. Dentures, they're a quick, easy fix, but they're not permanent.
Well, Mark, your story is a powerful reminder that even though dentures may seem like a cheaper or easier option, over time, they can cost you more than just money. So if you're listening to this podcast and maybe you're living with pain or you're avoiding your favorite foods, maybe like Mark, you're not even wearing your dentures, right? You don't have to stay stuck. If you want to find out what the payment plan could look like for you to get the same procedure that Mark did, just click the link in the description below for a free dental implant cost and information guide. And until next time,
Keep
keep
smiling.
smiling.